And the nice thing is to introduce yourself to whoever you might be at the time. And we have Danielle coming up, and we have... Who did this
Hi, you're all my friends. This is where I live.
for?
How many years have you been? 15?
14 years.
14 years.
Yep.
Okay, glad to be back. I've got the stairs. When I really fall, don't laugh. It's
You know, all these nice guys live up there.
Oh, that's a big guy. I maybe need more as I get worse.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Hello, known by many names. Someone called me Zach.
Okay, I'm Zach, okay.
Hi, I'm Amiella. I'm from Minnesota. And that rhymes.
Play us a lively tune.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be lively. This is sort of a mellow afternoon. This is a sort of quiet little thing. We have 2 people online, but most of you are alive, aren't you? That was not a rhetorical question. Because as the Navajos say, there are many in human skin, but they don't know how to dream. They don't know how to smile. There's no light in their eyes. You wonder, are you just another row? But as soon as you hear the sounds of music, you know, that animated chakra that's within you starts to sort of agitate and say, I'm part of this too. I'm not just on my phone as if the phone had a life of its own. No, I'm actually in a room with other human beings. Now I know quite well, you feel to myself, no, my phone is the closest thing to me. I can only trust my phone. And without my phone, I have no identity whatsoever. But of course your phone don't care for you. Your phone won't come to poetry. Your phone won't even listen to you when you sing on the stage. Your phone is totally sort of like, I don't care. I'm just a phone man, you know. Make sure I'm plugged in to the grid, but I don't care about human beings. So I just say to all those phones out there, think about the blood diamonds and think about all the beautiful minerals that go into making your phone. Most of them come from China. Now, China is interesting. Now, I'm an addict, as you know, for the dollar store. Half my life is dollar store balloons and bubbles, and I really like that idea of cheap and cheerful culture. But even with inflation, the dollar store, sir, has now become $1.25. And what's worse, the one near Ben White's closed down. Why? For maintenance, they say. They couldn't pay for maintenance, hey? Because no one can afford to be inflated these days. They have to come to live to stay alive. And that's what this is. This is an infusion of energy. Absolutely a way for us to continue. When we're not with ourselves, we have to be in that outside heated world where the world is full of sunshine, solar-powered people, and we feel like, I want to be a moonbeam. I want to be a starlight. I want to be something more that is more than imagination. I want that sprinkling pixelation that is not just a special effect, not just a Photoshop of delight. No, throw your phone in the ocean and see how long you live. You probably live longer because the phone, of course, it keeps you hypnotized. The phone, of course, does not care for your life. You think it's close to you only because it's in your back pocket. But many a time and oft, you've reached for it and lost it. How many people here have lost their phones? I did not realize so many, because you think it's close and intimate. You think it's a relationship. It's a one, as my sex said, the New Zealand band, one-way love is a two-way heartache. And you know, that phone don't care for you. And that phone won't look after you. But here, in this temporary autonomous zone this afternoon, from 3:30 till 6 p.m. before the next show comes on, you have a space to be with other human beings. And that's really rare. Because human beings are really rare. You can't find them anywhere. You start looking for them, you go to Central Market, you go to Whole Earth Books, you go to anywhere at all, and they hide. Human beings, they hide. Because why? Half of them have to deal with robots. Robots and bots and apps, that's the world we live in. It's not even a smartphone anymore. It's just another assembly line. This spontaneity this afternoon, this is just a little taste of what you're going to experience. Of all of us sharing, all of us, for 3 little hours, and that's just the first haiku. And when you go, well, you finally will have to go because there's another show afterwards. You'll say, I'm not quite sure if that was really a poetry or what it really was. It wasn't vaudeville, it wasn't circus, it was probably music, and probably something to do with spontaneous exposition of spontaneity as such. So what do you say, Clint? Shall we let these people actually begin their ritual?
Well, we love what Tom Moon had to say today, but we want to hear you come up here and play.
Yes.
And
Come on up.
yes, we're glad you're here. We love you. Come, bring it. We're excited you're here. We are excited for you.
Matinee. Matinee. Solemn soiree. Sleep on, vampires. Let's go.
All right, get up for Tom Moon Bird in the airport. I didn't do that. Unless I can, I'm just so fabulous, I cause feedback.
Don't take the brown acid, man.
I know. All right, give it up for Tom Moonbird in the Airport Boulevard Experience. Oh, and Clint, JoJo only comes down off the stage with good-looking men. No, I'm saying Okay. You gotta get over that. You gotta be aggressive. You know, get on Amiella. No,
How about
she's
I
mine.
begin to try them out, see?
I don't have a good looking part, but I've been doing that.
Well, no, I'm saying like she's used to the good-looking men leading off the stage. I mean, you let her on the stage, so it's like.
Every man looks like God to
See,
me.
you're making me look bad.
Did you hear what she said? She said every man looks like God to her.
Bless you.
Alrighty, and don't forget about the drink specials, 425 mixed wells. Hey, check it out. We have new victims at the bar.
Ooh.
They just looked at each other like, don't make eye contact. Please don't make eye contact.
And with great hair.
I know. Just to let you know, the Huntress Quinn is at the bar waiting for your drink or food orders. There is deliciousness to be had. Lost in thought. Who is coming up next?
Okay, cool. I think I fixed the audio for the Skype call.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
we have Jonathan and Shane Miller
Yay.
on the Skype call, so they'll be coming on soon. But yeah, I had to work out. That's what all that feedback and stuff was. I was trying to figure this out.
There we
I don't know what I don't know what happened last week. Everything went to crap. All my studies were just like gone. No one can get to this computer. I keep it locked, so I don't know what happened.
How long has it been doing that?
Well, for the last 2 weeks. Well, I fixed the live. This is the first Skype call I've had since this has happened. So that's a whole other issue.
Maybe since the full moon?
I don't know. I'm in here all the time. I don't know what a moon is. I'm serious. Wait, I don't know when the full moon is. I'm an
Okay.
engineer.
It's electrical, so I mean, you should be able to know something about the cycles.
Well, what band did they play after?
All right, lots of that. Let's give Ernie B a break. Who's coming up next?
You know, I was a fan of Full Moon Pictures, but... So actually, coming up next is a voice we haven't heard from in a while.
In a long time. Who is
Yes. We are excited that he has returned. But everyone, let's hear it for Ryan Winder!
Alright, so huge caveat. I'm a writer, I'm not a singer. So focus on the lyrics, not on my voice. Somebody once told me that Amy Coney Barrett wouldn't do the shitty thing that she did. Striking down our good friend Roe to make sure the states will go towards United Gilead. Well, we elected Trump, made the country a dump. Stormed the Capitol while Junior took a bump. Nothing makes sense, everything's a hoax. COVID's still here, and now we got cops. What about Hill, Hunter Biden? Election fraud didn't help him win. The greatest American foe, hiding down at Mar-a-Lago. Hey now, we're American, we fucked up again. Hey now, we're sapiens, not demigods, can't win. I just want to be alive. Only Mother Earth will survive.
Yeah!
It's a hot Earth and it's gonna get hotter. You think you're sweating now, just wait till next summer. But we might be gone much sooner because an angry man wants a nuclear winter. The life up north is pretty much gone. The water's rising to an apocalyptic dawn. My world's on fire, so is yours. We're seeing devastation from political whores. Hey now, we're American, we fucked up again. Hey now, we're sapiens, not demigods, can't win. I just want to be alive. Only Mother Earth will survive.
Yeah!
It's
Woo!
Kofi.
Go Mother Earth!
O-V-F-B-F-B, the shit. It's Kofi. C-O-V-F-B-F-B. You know what's funny? You can't run for president if you're in prison.
Ouch! Ouch! Woo!
Hey now, we're American, we fucked up again. Hey now, we're sapiens, not demigods, can't win. I just want to be alive. Only Mother Earth. Somebody once asked if we could get away from gas. It's clearly unsustainable. I said, yep, go electric. Snap each capitalistic dick and burn it all to the fucking ground. Well, they want civil war, break us up even more. The pro-life party with death at its core. Brett's calendars and pedophile gates. Ron Gregg and Doug deporting who they hate. Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Green, Holly running away from the scene. Where is the source of all this woe? Hiding down at Mar-a-Lago. Hey now, we're American, we fucked up again. Hey now, we're sapiens, not demigods, can't win. I just want to be alive. Only Mother Earth will survive. I just want to be alive. Only Mother Earth will survive.
I loved it. Woo! Well done. Wow.
Oh my God, that's so badass! Yes! Go, oh, shit.
A lot of artwork in there too.
I know.
Ew.
Ew.
But so,
Thank you
yes,
for that.
so there's.
He's a maniac,
Yeah.
So sometimes speaking
What,
of
give it up for?
well, speaking of swearing, sometimes there's just no other way to define it. That was fucking fantastic.
Yes,
That
it
was
was.
awesome.
It was.
Well, let's hear it for Ryan Widener.
Before the show, we were trying to figure out how to connect the phone. You know how I have a cable up there with either the 1/8" plug or the lightning port? He has an Android. And now Android did away with the 1/4" jack, or the little mini plug. So now I have to get an Android adapter now.
Wow.
Why did phones think that was a good idea?
But I have to say though, the speakerphone on his phone was loud enough that
That was pretty
it
excellent.
picked it up fine, you know?
Yeah.
The quality wasn't as great as if it was connected direct, but we could still hear it
No,
perfect.
you can still hear what's on it.
Yeah.
voice better.
Alrighty, lost in thought. What are your thoughts?
I already shared my thoughts. That was fantastic.
Share another thought. Just right off the top of your head.
There's somebody,
Say something.
It was sketchy.
Okay.
there's someone I'm watching on YouTube called Mr. Mysterious. He said, I didn't know it was early today. I'm out buying groceries like a putz.
Yes.
Watching us at the grocery store, how about that?
Well, that's cool. Well, I mean, H-E-B and Walmart do have good internet, so you can stream it right there.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, lost in thought. Have you gotten something from the bar?
Of course.
You got your chocolate chai? Did you get any food?
Yeah, I got
What'd you get?
What is it, like some kind of sandwich that was over there. And a chocolate chip muffin. And
Oh,
probably,
that's a nice advertisement.
probably the best, probably we want to advertise our drinks though.
Yes, just to let you know, me, Lost in Thought, and Ernie B have drinks named after ourselves now. That's pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
if you're feeling kind of sluggish, you need a kick, I recommend the Ernie B Power Up shot.
It's basically liquor and caffeine and copious amounts of sugar.
Well, it's a little bit of liquor in there, but it's a lot of, it's like a double espresso shot basically. But it tastes like it tastes like cocoa or candy bars. So it's really good.
Okay, he ran and got the label for his sandwich so he can advertise it better.
Yes, it was called a jive turkey.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
They make really excellent sandwiches
Oh no,
here.
Mr. Mysterious was saying I was looking forward to it all week.
Aw, hey, Mr. Mysterious, we don't close down till 6.
Yeah, there's another show tonight, so we had to start early today. But next week we'll be back at our regular time, 7 to 10.
Yes,
So just
because we're all
remember that.
vampires here, we're all artists, so this is like super flippin' early for us.
Yes.
This is usually when we're like barely waking up to come down here. All right, Lost in Thought, who's coming up next?
So,
So,
virtually speaking,
virtual, woo, woo. Who is it?
so we are, hold on.
There's only 2 people online.
I know.
And see,
Here we go.
here comes my next hurdle. I haven't tested the Skype audio coming back yet, so I'm gonna find out if it's gonna work.
I guess we're about to find out, but let's hear it for Shane Miller.
Woo, Shane!
Please direct your attention to the monitors behind the
Oh,
bar,
no way.
as Shane will appear, like on the 30-second delay that's streaming back from YouTube. But go ahead and take it away, Shane.
Why you do this to me? I finally got it figured out.
Oh, see, now I can't hear him. Hold on, Shane. See, I knew this was gonna happen.
You're not in it. I'm trying to.
You know what? Can we skip Shane for right now?
Really?
To try to figure this out. I'm sorry, Shane. I apologize.
Come
You can hear me
on.
though, right? Yeah, you can hear me. Why can't I hear them?
No, stop.
Can you hear me, Aaron?
Oh, there you are.
Torture. Okay.
That's me.
Oh my
Oh, I
God.
can hear Jonathan. I can't hear Shane. See, okay, you were muted, right?
Sorry,
That's exactly
YouTube
what I-
friends.
that's exactly
This
what I
is
did.
quite annoying.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, never mind.
Hey, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no, I did exactly the same thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, Shane Miller.
So I'm going to keep things a little bit more down to earth today. I've got 2 of them for you. This first one I've got is called The Story of Someone Else. I want to share with you a story. Though I admit I've stolen it, this isn't my tale to tell. It's the story of someone else, someone who no longer has a way to tell it. I don't want to say their name since I do not dishonor those whose time has come and gone before their prime, due in no small part to living in a system that hates them. I've known this person forever, grown up with them, turned to them when I've had nobody else, and even as I stand here to this day, I am marked by a pact we made. A promise between 2 linked souls that when the time comes we walk free, cut the trash and break any ties we made that held us down, throwing off the weight others forced us to bear. There was a plan, a soft and spoken unguaranteed, that both of us would see a day where our labor didn't go unrewarded when we finally reached the sky through the clouds. But they fell when they should have flown. They couldn't keep their promise and was hanged by the weights of that chain around their neck, as those who said they loved them only added more burdens with each word uttered. Some called it an accident, that if they had just come forward, none of this would have happened, as if those in power weren't solely responsible for it all, as if their problems could just vanish with a much-needed talk. That's not how they told it to me. They confided in me every day about the pressure to maintain normalcy, about the amount of times that they were told to simply sit still and behave their masters. To be honest, it was the masters that did this to them. Every day another battle, another bruise, every so often another scar or surgery. The passing moment, every passing moment, another reason to leave another promise unfulfilled. The masters had it easy. They merely got to learn that their toy had been broken, but me, I got to watch all the little seams pulled apart as the painted-on smile of their favorite doll faded away, drowned after they were thrown into the waters below. They never got the chance to write their poems and record the misdeeds of those around them, so I'm stealing their story, not to pass it off as my own, but to at least give it the recognition it deserves. This wasn't their fault, but this is what happens when a person is overlooked, abandoned by the same people who they relied on, and even I was blind to the obvious until I realized I'd never see them again. So this small tale is for you, if only so your still small voice can be heard through mine, so that you don't yet fade away with a debt left unpaid, and the promise that I made still holds true to this day. Though you can't hear me, and I still can't see you, I still carry on in your name, but I have no idea what I'm to do if ever I lose my way again. Alright. And this other one is more back to my typical fantasy trappings. This is a piece called This Old House. It is said that every building has a voice. Their very walls remembered, their doors unfettered, their stories filled with countless tales of a life beloved by those long left behind, lost to this land but unbound by time. And here am I, waiting, wishing willfully for one more reason to pass my wisdom to the little ones who take the place of those few who shall remain unforgotten. I've watched them all come and leave, sporadically spreading their seeds across the cities, souls still surviving without my assistance. Someone once said they've moved on without me. Maybe they've gone missing, but nobody tells me. Until finally, nobody visits to pass through these doors. The voices and vestiges of my guests no longer visible. Now I am alone and miserable. My mission as hearth and home unattainable. My windows and walls deemed irreparable. And so in this place I remain, a relic of a time when reason prevailed, ready at all times to remember any who would walk in, beginning again to complete my sole purpose, begging for a chance to share my now silent voice. I've heard the rumors of a buyer's offer, a malignant miser lining his coffers, brandishing his gold and copper to finally make me a home, fit for those who would cherish these old bones, as I get the pleasure to watch a new family grow. A coat of fresh paint and the freeing of space, the familiar feeling of new feet on my floor, my door displaced but delivered today as a new entryway, even more inviting, perhaps some polish to leave my woodwork shining. They worked without tire for a time, traveling through and touching upon the new. When the work was done, I felt as if I was something different entirely. Envious are all others beside me. But without the workers, one wonders what's next. Now they've left and took their tools with them. I am refreshed, but I am empty once again. Why must I wait so long to feel whole, when just a few days ago they cared so much for me? I learned more of the man who owns me. I hear speak of his loyalty and his lavish. They claim he is the lord of this land, but I cannot for my life understand why he has left me barren and uninvited within. Perhaps his tax is too demanding, his demeanor too commanding, and even the subjects he claims to care for despise him as a collective and will not live under his ownership. So once more I am settled, sitting here throughout seasons and centuries, unable to serve my purpose, because nobody can pay the price imposed on me, and may I never be allowed to care for these people again. All right, that's all I've got for you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are great.
All right, give it up for Shane Miller!
Yeah, yes. All the way from the great state of Kansas. Ooh, wow. Yeah.
I had a customer come in yesterday. She said she's from Kansas City, Missouri. And I was like, do you get a lot of people singing that song to you? Yes. Okay, then I won't do it.
I have to apologize to our online viewers during the first part of Shane's, the first half of Shane's first poem. Apparently the brown acid was taking effect, at least for them, because there was a crazy delay going on. Shane, don't worry, here it sounded normal, but for people at home there was like this crazy echo going on. Unfortunately, I checked it on my phone and it fixed it. So the second poem was fine, but.
They're
I mean,
checking their Snapple.
you could understand it, but it was just like trippy. It was like, whoa. So, yeah, again, I don't know what the hell happened. All my settings were like, they just were gone. Because I remember I got it down to where I just come in and just turn it on and it worked.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden everything was just messed up. So I think that was the last little hiccup.
Maybe it was the kick butt ghost.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I keep this computer locked. I don't know what happened.
There is one.
It's Windows 10.
Yeah, he's kind of toward the back. Yeah.
But thank you, Shane, again, all the way from Kansas.
Thank you, Shane. Always awesome. Okay, and don't forget about the drink specials, $4.25 mixed wells.
Special.
And don't forget to get yourself, like Lost and Dot got, didn't you get like a chocolate chip muffin or something? And there's also like some different flavor muffins. There's also giant cookies.
So can you go up
slices
and
of
order?
cake.
Can you go up? Yeah, I'd like a different flavored muffin, please. Well, they can't get it wrong. Just give them anything. That'd be different.
No, you just walk up to the huntress and go, I want a muffin, surprise me. There you go. So make sure you don't have any allergies.
Was it you or Alyssa was saying that they hate it when customers, when they drink and just go, surprise me? It's like,
I think that's Alyssa.
yeah, because there's like 700 drinks, you know?
Okay, shot of Everclear. This is a surprise. Wow! That would be seriously surprising. Lost and Dot, who's coming up next?
Coming up next, we have Clint.
Yay!
Clint the Poet.
Oh, see, now I gotta shorten my microphone. What the hell's going on?
What's happening?
You are.
I call this piece a reminder. Lies from the government, they loving it, thinking they can control my mind, but I'm not letting them. I'm pushing it back and I'm blocking them. I'm constantly surprised by the number of people believing their lies. Or maybe they know that what the politicians are saying isn't true, but they don't care and are actually aware, but just like the liars in office, they too just don't give a fuck about you. They think the lies will save them. They think prejudice and hate is the way, thinking it's okay and useless to complain and that all the lies are worth all the pain. Their mind has become stained and ingrained, creating a membrane around their brain, trapping all the lies inside their head, making it so they themselves can't be saved, leaving them to live their entire lives buried alive in lies rather than being saved instead. Shit, motherfucker, I'd rather be dead. Dead but not a zombie. Not dead like they that are still breathing but not living, with their mind all tainted and wonky. I'd rather be like Gandhi, who said, change yourself, you are in control. But it's too late because their mind got stolen. They gave up mind ownership, been abducted by the misinformation mothership. Their mind abducted by aliens, not from another planet, but by evil politicians that constructed a way to leave their mind obstructed. They should free their minds and charge those fuckers with obstruction of justice. But the politicians say we can't do that, and only they can, because their lives are apparently more important than just us. We're supposed to trust them, but they can't trust us. All they want to do is discuss us behind closed doors on how to instruct us. Come up with an evil plan, but they wouldn't do that if they truly loved us. Love, peace, Those words don't exist in their motherfucking vocabulary. Even though deep down they know peace and love are necessary. To sustain life, it's pulmonary. But they just continue to strive and contrive to remain contradictory and contrary. And it's not just politicians. It's also the hypocritical so-called Christians, brainwashed by hypocritical organized religion, who say they believe in the Bible, but they're the ones who are unreliable, judging others and spreading hate and causing grief, but no one's holding them liable. Hypocrites whose hearts are filled with hate and greed, because they are the ones who have been deceived. If Jesus were here walking around in the flesh today, he'd storm into Joel Osteen's church, get pissed off, flip over tables, and shout, "You turned my father's house into a den of thieves." Me? You? We all know what to do, because we all know it's true. The only way to be free is to free your mind, and the rest will simply just follow through. Words. They are using nothing but words. That is their weapon of choice to penetrate your mind. They use mindful intrusion, leaving a mindful contusion, a protrusion, leaving people needing a mindful infusion of high doses of truth. But the problem is there's a shortage of medicine, so there's no truth left to give you. But don't fret, family, or that too is a lie. You don't have to die as a result of lack of truth. The truth lives in you. It's been there since the beginning of time. Just close your eyes, look inwardly, meditate deeply, and you'll find that the truth has always been there. Right there, deep within the recesses of your mind. Peace and love.
actually had more viewers when the echo thing was happening.
Oh.
And now that they turned it off, I was like, ah, this is boring now.
Well, maybe the echo doubled the people.
Right? No, actually, no, it just jumped back up to where it was, so
Okay.
I retract my previous comment.
Okay, well, you gotta make sure to say it, hi to everybody, give a shout out, you know, just like, give us a name so we can give them a shout out.
Oh, I like Mr. Mysterious, say that fast 5 times. Mr. Mysterious said he'll be here next week for sure.
All right.
Mr. Mysterious.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is, it's Mr. Mysterious.
He's very mysterious. Go put up your eggs, Mr. Mysterious. They might go bad.
They'll need ice cream in the car.
I know, not in this weather. All right, Lost in Thought. Who's coming up next?
We're returning to virtual land.
Woo, woo. Who is it?
Let's hear it for Jonathan.
Jonathan.
I don't know, I'm gonna go after my
Once again, direct your attention to the monitors behind the bar. And Jonathan will appear.
Hello. I'm just going to recite a short poem I've memorized. I've had my memory for a while. This is by Edward Lear. He was a famous limerick writer in the 1800s in Britain. And this is one of my most favorite poems. Oh, brother chicken, sister chick, oh gracious me, oh my, this broken eggshell was my home. I see it with my eye. However, did I get inside, or how did I get out? And must my life be evermore an atmosphere of doubt? Can no one tell, can no one solve this mystery of eggs? Why we chirp and flap our wings, or why we've all 2 legs? And since we cannot understand, may it not seem to me that we were merely born by chance, agnostics for to be. Thank you, that's all I have today.
They're applauding. I had the microphone for
Translation.
me.
Applause.
All right, you're up for Jonathan.
Doesn't he have a killer smile?
He does.
He has a good smile, man.
I always make sure to tell people that if they do have a nice smile or a cool voice or, you know, something about them, I always make sure to say something like that. 'Cause,
I couldn't do both.
hey, you never know, you make somebody's day like that.
Oh, Eddie Navarro said, till next time, sing this one out. Go Jono.
Oh, and just to let you know, Jonathan, you just revived my love for limericks. I forgot how much I liked, because when I was younger, I was always looking up limericks, and I found one. It's a little bawdy, so I'm gonna give you that heads up right there. There once was a man from Sprocket who went for a ride in a rocket. The rocket went bang, his balls went clang, and he found his dick in his pocket. Thank you.
One for the children out there.
I love limericks. I love the beat to them. They're so cool. All right, Lost in Thought. Who's coming up next?
I just got the cuts up.
What, finding your dick in your pocket?
Well, I mean, I thought that was
Oh,
going
that's
so
what that
fast. I thought maybe it was going so fast, but I dislocated, right?
Coming up next. He tries to apply way too much reason to things.
Analyzes everything.
To death. Okay, come on, Lost in Thought.
Coming up next, a new voice.
New voice!
Let's hear it for Greg.
Well, that's me on the trombone, by the way.
You can do a small amount of marketing, and it actually
I can't even market my YouTube.
You know what we do is we do a YouTube reading of it. That's part of your marketing. Actually, TikTok. I don't even like TikTok, but TikTok markets your stuff for you. People say that it just, you go flying up. It really markets your stuff.
I'd like to believe you, Jack, but I need money real bad.
I know. Well, yeah, this is not.
I need to put this.
Okay, so Chase's wife has a new idea. That's something be an idea for you. So, Etsy.
I wish I could just take all the kids in my classroom and just like be their teacher somewhere else. It's not the kids.
I'm Greg Beeler. It's
It's not the kids. Other than
Hi, Greg.
F-I-E-L-E-R.
Let's go to Neverland.
Oh, you do have the flute.
I do.
And then instead of transforming into Peter Pan, you transform into Robin Hood. So like what?
Crazy Uncle. These are two that, so, no, got me?
I got it.
I can see forever. I can feel for real. Came to me wearing fireworks, sparked by the flame in your eyes. Once in a dream's celebration, never be a lover, always be a friend. Sharing the bottle of loneliness, sipping the sweet taste of tenderness, drinking the joy of togetherness. No need to overthink this. Me, just for the set. Stage lights so bright, late night. Just wink, I'll be there. Turn down the lights, just hold you. Never be your lover, always be a friend. Sharing the bottle of loneliness, sipping the sweet taste of tenderness, drinking the joy of togetherness. So I saw the bands that were playing time it was, and what a time it was. time of innocence, a time of comfort and peace. She's giving up on tomorrow, doesn't give a shit about today. The road that leads her there, no light to shine her way. Her sad that she is lonely, lots of drinks around the bar. Might be the only way that doesn't leave a scar. Doctor says she's only like 3 drinks short of dead. She pours a shot till it's back her head. She shakes and crawls to bed. She hears the dark, sees the star. He'll hold her there till morning. She's safe in his arms. Whisper possibilities, wish upon a star. She'll hold them forever, safe within his arms. Whisper possibilities, wish upon a star. Long ago it must be, I have a photograph. Preserve your memories, they're all that's left you.
Okay, that's me on the trombone. Okay, no, it's not. Actually, Shane Miller in Kansas was like, "Because Ernie, one of these days I'm going to actually bring my trombone on the stream and play along with that, so you don't make that stupid joke."
Thank you, Shane. All right, give it up for Craig! Woo! Oh my goodness, I think the Dr. Pepper's kicking in. Everything's looking all colorful. Yay! Well, you gotta understand, during the week, I'm very boring. My diet is very boring. It's like cereal before I go to work, SpaghettiOs for lunch, and whatever I can rustle up for dinner. So when I come over here and drink Dr. Peppers and nuggets and get a sandwich, I'm just like, yeah!
I ordered delivery groceries from Walmart last week, and I got a 4-pack of SpaghettiOs. So I was like, look, it's cheaper when you get it like that. But I forgot to get SpaghettiOs with meatballs. I just got regular SpaghettiOs. It's not the same.
No, it really isn't.
It's not the same.
I remember when I was younger, when my mom would get SpaghettiOs, I would peel the labels off and replace them with green bean labels.
Cheerios, but
So you think you're...
So the SpaghettiOs were just for me.
Oh, I thought so your mom would think you're eating your greens.
No, just so my brother and sister wouldn't have my SpaghettiOs.
I'd rather start.
That's kind of clever, actually.
I was a sneaky little bitch.
we got Fruit Nations
Alrighty, so coming up next to the stage. He's my adopted little brother, and he's one of the more prolific writers that I know. Give it up for Lost in Thought!
Damn, if it was the other kind of fun. Another guy would say, hey, you want another one? I got an extra. It's all just
You sing music over the music.
One summer, when I
And?
was at like my forest, the food show gave every individual person an entire.
So this is old shit.
Vitamin A. I mean, if you need to survive on one food, it's the best one.
I am not the kind of cool I've been trying for. A gruff man with a neutral yet mysterious stare with eyes that seem to rest comfortably into place, with smoke rings, while smoke rings happen to halo his crown underneath soft lighting the back of the bar. And he doesn't even smoke because he's just that fucking cool. And a man with experience in keeping his emotions in this covert operation of honesty with him and only himself, sewing his worries and fears in a rustic satchel, pulling strings closed through interspersed lines as they whisper against fabric made from burlap and delicate suede. A man whose voice is naturally smooth on sandpaper rock. It washes over you in dark, brooding waves, intriguing in the musk of saltwater mists that serenades the sand into melted earth. I am not this kind of cool. I have the bleeding heart of an artist. It's loud and its strums and chords electric, pulling on strings that lay down their lives, sinking deep in the veins that scream up through my fingers, slicing open words on paper, healing the scars in verse. My feelings are as transparent as my life pulse. Drive all 6 cylinders under the revving of my impulsive gears, burning up my flesh and bone, firing off sparks inside my head, snapping open wires and leaking battery fluid that is a poisonous kind of prolific. There is nothing subtle about me. And when I hurt deep. I do not expertly mask myself in the brutish cologne of a man made of rope and kerosene. Permeating a walk that shatters boulders to dust with a swagger of his shoulders as the remains smoked under his feet, burning branded marks in the carpeted floor of his signature saying, Lane was here. And yes, I try so hard and so much to be something I am not, that I nearly suffocate the person I actually am and end up looking like one of the local crazies that just broke free of this straitjacket, with eyes that nervously wander in places they shouldn't, after killing myself on a mantra of don't do it, that I end up training myself to appear as someone that is so far opposite of me, and consciously or subconsciously, I've gotten to be a pro at severing possible friendships and connections, pushing people away with the sway of my nervous glances. How do you maintain to say hi to someone while telling them, I'm not some obsessive madman that you should be hiding from? The answer is, you don't. Because this person shouldn't be the first place anyone's mind should go to. And maybe it's consumed in the same bruised legacy of growing up as a high schooler that was forced to be a loner, carrying the vicious stab wounds of being everyone's favorite target for punishment that inflict such perpetuating fears onto others, making demons out of earthbound angels. Or maybe it was getting the shit kicked out of me as a kid from a religious, abusive caregiver, and I run for cover and hide after interpreting someone's touch as a means to do harm, and to bash fists into my own undone rage and assuming paranoia. And after years of rejection that has rocked and deadened me deep enough that I haven't even properly grieved over the loss of my best friend. And yes, this is still showing up in my work, because it doesn't matter, or it doesn't make it any less true, that I hurt more deeply over a bad date 4 years ago than having to bury someone close to me. Because I've piled everything in that one moment. I went all in on late night stacks of poker chips and bet against myself, unfolding too soon, convincing myself that I am still not deserving of at least one lousy win, that I'm the one that cools down a hot streak and cracks open a bottle of bad luck, getting drunk on the diminishings of my character. And I had to use this to write, to sit down at home, at work, anywhere, and bleed myself dry of this bleakness and desolation and paint worlds in the tattoo marks of my pain that aches and hurts every goddamn day, even on the good ones, under these storm clouds and the maneuvering of the dips and the curves of a very chaotic sea. Stay adrift for a little while and inhale and exhale on the good shit that streams bitter afflictions, injecting heavy in the dark gray matter, and let it rain, baby, rain all over that fucking page. Just because I say what I feel, just because I am of the masculinity that is bolted and strong in steel roses, send it in the musk of a mid-afternoon dew under the hot Texas sun, on a field of sawdust and a dreaming hopeful, just because I staple pieces of my heart to my shoulder, fluttering shadow marks of lightning, breaking open all the fields, and arms outstretched and open, and honest devotion to my own passionate truths and weaknesses shouldn't mean that I should lay down and take anyone's shit, especially my own.
Hey!
His bones and tacos, he has half a brain. Look at him like he's like got the arm. That's the first thing that came to my head.
The Cocker Spaniel look, where he goes, give it up for Lost in Thought! Woo! I swear, this dude could just literally be just walking down the street and go, oh shit, and start writing right there. It's like, I wish I could do that.
The crack was
All right, don't forget about the drink specials, mixed wells, $4.25. Get your antioxidants and your booze at the same time.
What if you want pro-oxidants and not antioxidants?
Ernie B, nobody's thinking about that.
Like it's got the vote.
They're talking right now.
Radiated crackle.
Okay, are you kidding?
See?
You
Check it
listen
out.
to a crackle, they're radios.
Okay, who's coming up next, Lost in
This
Thought?
is the one that attacks.
I'm not sure, are you still coming up next?
Attacking radiated crackle.
Because he's in line right now.
Oh shit. Okay, well, you wanna skip?
I didn't put that there. You must have done that.
Well, we have enough people, maybe I'll just stand up.
You always do.
I don't remember why I did it.
That's you, because I did not make
I
that.
threw us.
Well, Ernie, I was gonna say, do you wanna put my song on?
Spear into the river.
I don't know what you're
Foot
doing.
spear.
Well, I know, like, maybe I could sing a karaoke version of something while he's in
No,
line.
I'm
If
skipping
you
along.
want.
Maybe you can sing about being in line.
Oh shit, my phone's over there. Hold on.
No, I don't know.
Okay,
I think that's
say
exactly.
something.
Something.
Of course.
The banana peel.
Why not?
Why?
To remind us to reuse and recycle.
Lines of Coke.
Been waiting for the bus all day.
When the DeLorean's for we need a lot of banana.
How is everyone doing tonight or today?
Historian of Jack's life.
Okay, this is classic.
Oh, man.
Watching Lost in
I'm telling
Thought
people, you better
fill
start saving
in
your
for
banana
time.
peel, 'cause
Go for it. See how easy it is.
I'm a timely person.
we need the DeLorean revolution.
It's time.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you actually. Okay, hold on.
You're actually.
Nobody ever
Thank you.
listens to me. So everything I
And
say
I'm here
goes
just
in
dying.
one ear and right out the other.
We are all dying, aren't we, sir? Yes.
No, because you said you were gonna do it a cappella. I didn't know you were gonna.
I'm dying up here.
Okay, fine.
Better make sure mine.
As Joe B would say, watch, okay.
See that fan is gonna blow out.
You're here.
Plane. See that plane? Right there. It's gonna ruin the whole effect. I need to blow it out. It's gonna be like, damn.
You know, I saw someone on
I think we need to
America's
blow it
Got
out.
Talent try to sing while reading off their phone.
I just can't find the ideal place to do my shit. It doesn't matter. There's always that story.
Don't do that.
Well, at least you didn't get hairspray today. Quite a different show.
I never
Let me know when you're ready.
But
Okay, just to let you guys know, me and Ernie B, ever since the pandemic, lockdown, all that stuff has been happening, we sing every weekend for fun. We plug in karaoke tunes and stuff at home. No last call, so we can drink as long as we want.
For fun,
Yeah, we don't have to wait in line for like 2 hours, to sing one song and then, $80 left on the bar tab, I was like, well, so we just do it at home for free.
Do you think you might have to mute it on the,
No, go ahead and play.
okay. Here we go. Feeling better now that we're through. Feeling better 'cause I'm over you. I learned my lesson and left the scar. Now I see how you really are. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I'm gonna say it again. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I broke a heart that's gentle and true. Broke a heart over someone like you. I beg your forgiveness on bended knee. I wouldn't blame it if you said to me, you're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I'm gonna say it again. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. Here we have the break. I need to do air guitar or something.
See, now you gotta entertain the crowd. Pick up a tambourine or something.
Come on, Lane, give me tambourine. I'm telling you now, baby, that I'm going my way. Forget about me, baby, 'cause I'm leaving this day. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I'm gonna say it again. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. Oh, no, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good.
Now, this is just music already in the end, right?
Yeah, it's all outro. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, hot tamale.
yes,
Okay, you ready?
Now you see what you did, Jose? We had to be entertained by the fabulously songbird of Hot Tamale.
Please stop, seriously.
Oh, please.
Gosh. Actually, that was one of my bucket lists because you can ask Ernie B. I can sing better low. I'm more like Boss Skaggs, Neil Diamond. That's kind of what I started on. And I kind of wanted to sing a little higher and stuff like that. So I've been.
Because she does have a low voice for a girl.
I really do.
She can do Billy Idol, for God's sakes.
Oh, I can. I can do eyes without a face.
I'm all out of hope.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
since we've been practicing every weekend, her voice is, becoming more stable, and her range is expanding. Because we do it all the time. It's just like anything. If you jog, if you work out, you get better at it.
And just to let y'all know, I'm on this stage thousands of times. Just right there, I don't know if you could tell, but I was shaking.
Oh no.
I was really shaking because I took off my glasses so I could see my phone. And I was just like,
Remember you there that time and they
But don't worry, I buried you in effects.
I don't think we could tell.
Thank you.
I'm also Reaver was a
Thank you for burying me in effects.
I don't think we could tell, could we, folks?
All right, enough about that, let's move on.
Enough about me.
We're kind of stalling for time.
Yeah, we really are.
So, coming up next,
Are you ready?
he's ready now.
Okay.
Let's hear it for Jose G.
Jose G.
What's going on, guys? Sorry for this the whole time. Shit. You can tell I usually don't take the fucking mic off the stand because I suck at this shit. And I just started this fucking year, so I have some fucking patience with it. You can tell my posture, I'm a little hunched. That's because I had big tits when I was a fucking boy. I had man tits. Swear to God, I was a fat boy. Tits would hang. It's bad enough when you have man boobs when you're a child. There's another thing when you have perky boobs when you're a child. On top of that, it's so emasculating. So many of you guys can fucking know what I'm talking about. Maybe y'all were fat kids. There we go. Hell yeah. But we fucking overcame, right? Fuck that shit. Hell yeah. I got my shit surgically removed. In Mexico. Because it's cheaper. I swear. Seriously, I had fucking man boobs. And I had to take them off because it was fucking with me as a man. Because you want to become a man. You can't become a man when you have boobs. Ernie B understands. I apologize, Ernie B. I know last couple of weeks I called you Ernie C. That's because I listened to fucking, what's that fucking band? With Ice-T, the lead singer. Body Count, metal band. Anyone listen to that shit? Whatever, I don't give a fuck. That's what I listen to.
Actually, the Animal played it here a couple of times for me. It's pretty good.
Who did?
The Animal, the bar manager.
Oh shit! Nice. Fucking yeah, body count the shit. Dad man boobs. And I had a Vietnamese friend who lived across the street from me when I was about 12. And he would be like, "Hey, let's play basketball. Let's play basketball." And he would defend me, and he would just like literally just fucking grope me. He would just grab my tits and just squeeze them. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? We're playing basketball. And he would just be like, "Come on, let's play basketball. Let's play basketball, man." And I'm like, dude, no. You're just gonna fucking squeeze my tits. What the fuck? I'm gonna play basketball with you. Fucking over there, little kid with a boner. Grab my boobs. 12-year-old boobs. What the fuck? Kind of fucked up. Like, y'all believe in God, right? God gave me boobs. If you're Christian, then you do believe that. If you don't, then cool. Then don't believe that. I don't give a shit.
Let's see, logic says.
Genetics. Genetically, I had to get. Oh, he
I feel
hates this
logic.
shit. Wow. Surprised. Who gives a shit, right?
We do.
As long as me and him are on the same fucking page. Little kids with boobs. What the fuck, right? Yeah, I met a dude from Chicago. He came through. He's like, just moved here from Chicago. I was like, that's cool, man. That's cool. There's a lot of refugees here. You'll fit in. Gun violence, bombs going off, people dying in Chicago. Not so much over here. Maybe near 6th Street. I have a lot of shit in my pockets. What the fuck? And none of them are my dick, so I don't think it's... It's like fucking wallets and money. So if you want to rob me, I got plenty. I just really just going up here just to be comfortable on stage, because
I suck at comedy, I suck at saying jokes, and I just want to be comfortable here, so if you guys want to judge me, go ahead. That's cool. I'm an alcoholic, so I could drink at this time, no problem. You guys might have a problem, but I don't. I really don't. Right?
Got it.
Thank you. I'll drink any fucking time of the day. It's just harder to drink in Texas than in California because in California you can start drinking, you can start buying alcohol from 6 a.m. until, 2 a.m. There's like a 4-hour window where you cannot buy alcohol. In Texas, it's a big fucking window. And I had trouble buying alcohol sometimes. And I'd go like, hi, can I buy the 6-pack? And I'd be like, no, do you see the time it is? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about the time? Can I buy liquor? No, you can't. It's fucking late, dude. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is freedom, liberty. We're in the fucking America trying to buy fucking liquor whenever the fuck we want, get drunk whenever we want. But you can't. They stop you. And it makes sense, I guess. But it doesn't. But it does. But it doesn't. But it does. It doesn't. It does. But it doesn't. But it does. And that's where I'm at in life. Thank you, lady. She understands. It's like, I want to drink at fucking 4 a.m., bitch.
Okay.
And I'm out of fucking alcohol. Can I buy some? It's like, no, you can't. You're not allowed to. Like, okay, I'm in America, the best country in the world, but I can't buy fucking alcohol. Cool. Thank you. But it makes you into a better person. Overall, I guess. Just give me the light when I'm fucking done. Thank you. Alright, guys, that's my time. Have a good night, y'all. Enjoy the fucking listening.
Not to worry, Jose G. Everyone knows your name here. Let's hear it for Jose G.
Speaking of basketball, that reminds me of a friend of mine. We put up this was during the Bulls' reign of power when they were winning
Yeah, when they were unstoppable.
Yeah, and so we put up a basketball net and hoop in our driveway, we could do not even half court. It was kind of a small area, but we would just throw the ball around for fun, Yeah, we'd watch the game, and then during the commercial breaks we'd go out and shoot some hoops, and then the game's back on. We'd go watch the game, and but there was one friend of ours who would take it really serious. I mean, he was dude, he'd be blocking people and knocking guys over. Like, dude, it's just a friendly game, man. It's like a championship. No, man, I play to win. It was, and. So anyway, one day we were sitting around and we were about to start playing some ball, right? And it was just me, him, and 2 other guys. It's like, all right, man, we were drinking a couple of beers, and he takes the ball, and we were in this back room, and we were going to go outside. And he takes the ball, and he goes out, and we're finishing our beer, we put our beer down. By the time we just turn around to get up, he comes running back, and his leg is dripping blood. What happened? And he was out there by himself, and he fucked up. He fucked himself up. What were you defending yourself? It was like, dude, I'm telling you, this guy was known to take he'd be playing football on the street with some other friends, and Victor Cavazos can attest to this. And he said that he went for this pass, a long pass, and he was nowhere near it, but he took a dive on the pavement to try to catch the ball, and it came down and scraped the hell out of himself. Like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, God. Anyway, that story reminded me of this guy. Oh, and one other one. When we were playing basketball, right? And somebody passed me the ball, and I was right under the net, right? And I turned around, and I stepped out, and I'm against the pole, right? Okay, I'm out, right? You got to start over. And he gets behind me, he's trying to get the ball out of my hand, from behind like that. I'm like, dude, I'm out, dude. Quit trying to mount me. Because he was behind me. And everyone started laughing, because what was he doing? I was like, oh man, that wasn't funny, man. Oh, he was pissed at that comment for weeks. He wouldn't let it go, and everybody was cracking on him. Like, oh man, I was out, dude. Just like, I was against the pole, you know, and he was still trying to get the ball. I was like, dude, I'm out. What are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
That was funny.
This is where we come from. Me and Ernie come from the same hometown. So,
Yeah, she probably knows all the characters I'm talking about, but I'll spare you the.
Unfortunately, I do. Unfortunately.
That was so
All
funny.
right, lost in thought. Wait, how many people do we have?
92.
Ernie.
About 4, plus there's one other one that's going to come up again.
Oh yeah, like if anybody does want to come up and.
Yeah, we actually have a light list today, so if you want to do a sequel to your performance, come over to the guy in the worm suicide shirt.
Yeah, if you want to do another piece, because we still have just over an hour, you know, before doors for the next show, so we have a little time.
Okay.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Well, coming up next, she always has a man on her arm. Let's hear it for JoJo.
That's enough. You gotta remember the looking guy. Try this one out now.
Yeah, JoJo.
Thank you, darling.
Now she's just trying to get his number.
That's right.
My poet, the name of it's Tither and Yon. As you take repose in the waning, fold in, gather warmth, comfort from your latest ordeal in the unders. I will have by now taken the cliffs and stand in the great house beyond the third level. By your word, I have been deemed a true and worthy witness in the affairs of the dead. I will barter to their goodly purpose. Your beloved Vina is in regress now, however, she summoned her shadow to take the lead through the forks and squeezes as the cliffs rise to challenge the holies. Vina's shadow is quick, clever, able to keep ahead of the sliders. She is somewhat beautiful and goes by the call of Vina as well. Yes, I am safe to now, and remember not to press my zeal, assuring a cunning and profitable conclusion to my sojourn. Already goods of priceless origin set stacked, sorted, waiting my abacus and stones. Music to my honor, dirges and chords, remembrances of warm blood, skin, broken hearts, and warm toes. I found it foreboding, and my goals of suffering, unable to express my dire. Yet caution at every turn seems the wisest choice. On the descent, I will be on my own. Aware of my porters with nervous eyes, they are known to hang around and press advantage about the gates. I know an arduous trek awaits me now. Ever present, the hinders appear pointing here and there, as to bring confusion to an already drawn purpose. I smell the jennies deceitfully beg at the steps by the falls. Chilling mist thrown from the cascades annoys me as I near my final pass. Vina packed seeds and ancient dust, reminders of past times, as they remain above approach. I held true to my vow, keeping my oath. I declare this journey well done. And now to you, my friend, rouse up from your repose and take the last straw of my flesh, for I am cold even to my soul. Hurry now, I am spent and must take rest in the fat of the rising sun. And I'm gonna let that be the one.
Who wants to be near JoJo?
All right, give it up for JoJo.
I was gonna say Tom Moon ninja'd out. I didn't see him leave.
Oh, yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's like 1 minute he's there, next minute he's not.
That's why we call it ninja, because he slips out like a ninja.
Definitely.
You don't see him.
But see, sometimes we do see him, and then we start yelling, "Ninja!"
Yeah, I'll catch him sometimes halfway out the door, but I didn't catch him this time.
All right, don't forget about the drink specials, $4.25, or if you're feeling adventurous,
Bye, sex friend.
go ahead and get one of our drinks. Lost in Thoughts is
Ryan's friend.
She wasn't. Your friend was smaller than me, but
Lost in Thoughts drink is actually called the Lost in Thought Brain Blender. Because see, when you first mix it up in there, it kind of looks like brains, but it has 4 liquors. Be careful, your brain will get blended.
There's
So
151 in there too.
there's like 151 rum, 99 bananas, and something else, Malibu rum.
Yeah, it will blend your brain.
Yeah.
It's gotta be illegal.
One more liquor and it would be. I mean, it would be like, what do you call it, Romulan ale from Star Trek.
I'm just looking at Ryan's expression. 4 liquors.
Let's just say you better have a full stomach and only drink one of them.
Did anybody ever see the episodes of Star Trek where Worf drank the Romulan ale and he was at a wedding the next day, all hungover?
We gotta go.
And what's the guy, Riker was telling Worf, Worf was like, Romulan ale should be illegal.
It is.
He was all, he was hurting. You know it's bad when a Klingon is hurting. That's bad.
There's actually a third reason.
Today is a good day to die. Okay, Lost in Thought. Who's coming up next?
Today is a good day to die.
Alright,
We're all geeks here. Don't worry about it.
so coming up next, it's another person hasn't been here in a while.
For a long time.
But let's hear it for Zach Patterson.
I went to camera 4 because I like to get a shot of the people coming up and down the stairs. And it's like, he never showed up and he's already on stage.
I couldn't do that.
Does your plug-in work on your guitar?
I could
Oh,
not
okay.
do that.
That's fine.
I've had this one since I was in high school, and I've never looked into getting it fixed. But you always make the mandolin work.
Yeah, we had a ukulele festival yesterday here. Yeah.
You guys have probably heard me play here before if you're returners, but normally on a mandolin, my alternate ego, Guitar Zach. That's one of the very few benefits of schizophrenia. You can be your own muse. Right, you guys hear me? Thank you. All right, let's take a listen. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. All right, I'm gonna play a couple of original songs for you guys. This one's called Home Improvement. Oh, the colors on the table, you'll soon be on the wall. The paper in the bedroom will people waiting for, 'cause there's no breath to dry the shower when it's humid in the fall. And I know you can't change anything unless you change it all. The flowers searching for the sun, but it's not hard to find. We're all searching for the one, but no one looks inside. So I'll swim across the ocean, so forget about the tide. Who cares where we're going? Just enjoy the ride. And I sing about the future, I sing about the past, but there's truly all we ever just this moment that we had. I changed out all the doorknobs, but I miss what I think. Next time round the living room, poured up salt drink. Oh, this so means it's over. The bell rings at the start. Gunshot means you run like hell. You're ready, set on now. I sing about the future, I sing about the past. There's truly only shaking when the horses blow. I feel the train upon me, it's shaking my windows. And the blues are just a color, but I'm out your favorite hue. It's the light that shines through slow rain and sparkles into dew. Oh, I sing about the future, I sing about the past, but there's truly only ever just this moment. Oh, I want you, and it feels so sweet. I need you and it hurts. Wait until tomorrow, you spend today. There's no time left for these words.
Woo! That sounds just like a mandolin.
Yeah, just tape it up to here, that's all you gotta do.
Sorry.
Thanks very much. Next song is also an original. It's my newest song. I've never even played it here before, so it's called Mysterious Ways. Wisdom came from the mouths of babes before the lies their fathers gave. She bites the teeth, I've bit my tongue. She's in the bleak, I'm tasting blood. Stuck in my head, can't lose the taste. I fight the wind, I spit on grace. The lies it said are full of doubts. They see the waves crashing all around. It's the moment's truth. Don't hesitate. Strike the coup d'etat to the twist of fate. We know what's good. We're just misunderstood. We know what's right. We won't give up this fight. Pray for rain, pray for peace, pray for silent, dignified release. Join the crusade, be a man of faith. Love the fear of his mysterious ways. And if I ask, don't be afraid. You know it's just an innocent phrase. Why the hell would God ever need my help? My help. Thanks very much. If you want to follow me on the internet, you can find me on Instagram at something concise. No space.
That's ironic.
He's being courteous and putting the microphones back in their original position.
Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that.
She's too short.
I'm the shortest person here, besides
No,
Jojo.
No good deed.
All right. kind of in their original.
Well, let's hear it for Zach Patterson.
Those things, when you tighten, they really lock down.
Lost in thought, what did you get from the bar? I noticed you got a little munchy like I did.
I
Yeah,
got,
just got really bad luck that way. I thought I was lucking out that way.
raisin cookie.
I got a classic blueberry muffin with
And-
that granular sugar on the top. It's so good.
And Quinn made me one of her signature Italian sodas. What was it, Quinn? Banana and what else? Banana vanilla.
Banana vanilla.
Yes, it's good.
That sounds good. All right, go get yourself something delicious from the bar. The Huntress Quinn is waiting to get you fed, caffeinated, and what? Buzz. And, well, all three. And don't forget, I also have a drink up there called the Hot Tamale Hot Cocoa. It's maybe not, you don't want to drink it now, but the weather is starting to cool off. It's my take on a Mexican hot chocolate.
Yeah, it's only in the upper 80s now.
I know, right? Did everyone wash their hoodies?
Actually, I wonder how warm it is outside today.
And it's a take on Mexican hot chocolate. Instead of cinnamon, it's Fireball.
It's 84 degrees outside right now. Can you believe that?
Yeah, but I bet you it's 95% humidity.
Well, yeah.
Because it did rain a minute ago.
But yeah, it's supposed to rain all week, guys. 40% chance on Monday, 8% on Tuesday, 50% on Wednesday, 40% on Thursday, 30% on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, we needed it because my lawn is starting to feel like thorns. All right.
The backyard, the ground is literally cracking.
Yeah.
It's like the surface of the moon up there, back there.
Okay,
Yes, in
lots
fact,
of
yesterday
well,
I saw the weather.
we got a couple people talking. Who's coming up next?
Well, I was going to say, yes, yesterday I saw the weather report as presented by Annie Lennox. She was saying, here comes the rain again.
Come on, Lazada, bring up the other person before we start losing people.
Coming up next, let's hear it for Amiella.
Hi, I'm Amiella of Amiella's Flute. That's my YouTube, and it's actually running right now, so you're all on YouTube, my YouTube channel. So, yeah, free. So, usually I play the flute, but I have some performance pieces that I've done, and I haven't been able to perform this one for a while, so I appreciate all of you for being here. This piece involves a little bit of fun grammar. So, does anyone I'm the teacher too, so you can tell, I'm sorry. I try not to pull up my teacher voice. So the name of this piece is Oyster Season, the War of Ellipsis and Ampersand. So just to remember, this is an ellipsis. An ellipsis is 3 dots that join 2 phrases, or you have to pause. And an ampersand is the symbol, which means and. But you have to have these images. If you're a visual like me, without these images in your head, this whole piece will kind of fall apart. So keep these images in your head and it'll be much more fun for all of us. All right. Oyster Season, the War of Ellipsis and Ampersand. The light in the room is dim. I can only see her eyes. Her voice, too, is thick and round. She says her mind is full of ampersand. Ampere sand, I ask. Her laugh is a tumble of hiccups. Yeah, like a current. Her eyes tilt as she moves her head. It sounds like, Her voice whirls and rolls over the sound. And an 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 and. Her eyelids dip, holding two wet pearls. All those little ampersands unraveling in the soft part of my mind, slipping through and around the heavy rocks, sometimes scratching them, sometimes tripping, infiltrating the open wounds, sometimes tumbling themselves into landslides over cliffs, sudden land shifts. Her voice catches itself in midair, avoiding the tangled nets. The light in the room is dim. Her pearls shine better. I love ampersand, she says, and I believe her. All you need is one sand to enter like a seed crystal, and all of a sudden, you have tunnels connecting all over, closing, opening, metaphors, expanding and contracting, analogizing, paradoxizing, onomatopoeizing, tilting images on tiptoe, and coating each other with Crayola colors, and all of them swimming like, and it hurts a little bit when you wonder how it landed there. The seed part, I mean, the igniting part. But it's not like it's igniting, like from the end of a match. Unless, No, it's not igniting. Because what's moving there is moving in both directions, like a verb. Only a verb isn't always there until it happens either, but it is somehow there, only not there. And it happens like that. Like it's intransitive, like it doesn't know it could be transitive, or like it makes any distance in respect to another because it didn't begin with a point, see, because it's only what it is, like igniting, only directions going from the middle out. Light, waves, and moving things. I want to ask her if she polishes her eyes. The light in the room makes them look soupy and melting. What happened with them? I ask. Oh, something about voltage, I think. I mean, unbalanced. No, imbalanced. Off-balanced? Something. But they're mine. It's mine, the ampersand. I collected it. I did. I think so. Didn't I? No. Because it was not there, and then it was there, and moving, see? Moving things can't be off-balanced. Not if they're moving. Can't be. And they can't pry me open and see. They look, and they try to see through here. But they couldn't. They can't unless they pry me open, and then it's not moving anymore, see? Because it's over. The war is over if they pry me open. The sand isn't ampering anymore. All that's left is like ellipsis. Her eyes are still melting, slipping like mercury. It is silent. Ohms, she is whispering, just a little resistance. distance, they told me ohms are good. She makes a noise like a choking whistle. Om, 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 like an Eastern thing, stilling those tumultuous waters, still so the birth is painless, still like the sound. Her voice catches and snags on her tongue. Still, just ellipses. Now they can connect to the dot. Ohms, little resistance, small deletion, here and here, no pain. Unnecessary intersections. See, intersections leave me unsettled. They told me unsettled. And moving is unnecessary. Deprived of brine. Her pupils surfaced, round and black and still. The light of the ring is dark. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please. Thank you.
And what's your YouTube channel called again?
So Amiella is spelled Amiella, Flute. Amiella's Flute. Thanks.
Yeah, I had it highlighted on the, see this on the screen? Yeah, I had a close-up of it, I'll tell you to read.
Let's hear it for Amiella.
Amiella, always classic, always awesome. All right, lost in thought. What is your favorite pizza to get here at Kickbutt?
I think you know the answer to that.
Is that the barbecue
It
chicken?
is.
Ooh.
Yes, we were getting the thumbs up from my end.
That is so good. That is, it's like the barbecue chicken with the red onions and, it's a dream. I mean, as soon as you smell it, you're like,
It's delicious.
You know what my new favorite is here?
what?
The brisket quesadillas.
Oh, those are really good.
Oh, those are so good. I don't know if they're available right now because I don't know if the kitchen's open. But
Oh, wait, let me see. Quinn, is the kitchen open?
Just for pizzas and snacks.
yeah.
Okay.
So you can't get the quesadillas right now.
what'd she
But when the kitchen is open, I highly recommend it. If you like quesadillas, these are brisket quesadillas. They are so good.
I love brisket.
I had some yesterday. Oh, they're the bomb. And again, and order them with some sour cream too.
I especially love moist or fatty brisket.
Oh, yes.
He said moist.
He said fatty. I'm kidding. All right, and remember, there's also other good stuff to eat or drink. And lost in thought. Who's coming up next?
Coming up next, let's hear it for Nemo Sundry.
I really enjoyed that. There's a lot of images there, you know? I mean, that's the kind of thing that, you know, it's
Yes, go ahead.
better to read and be able to slow down and speed up. You know, like, oh, wow. There's some There's so many there. Anyway, thank you.
Is the volume up? that signal, but it's real low.
Getting better.
It is.
It's been a while since I've done an open mic. Feeling a little rusty. I'm gonna play a song called Redesigned Frankensteins. Had a lot of conflict in life and tragedy, and I think this song is a good reflection on that. The guitar's good? Everything scary is just scary too. 'Cause everything scary is just scary too. 'Cause everything scary is just scary too. Some people in the world look like monsters, all messed up and stitched up and suffering too. When you take a closer look, the monster in the mirror recognizes you too.
Beautiful.
My friend's 1-year-old son is playing some guitar today, so it's interestingly slightly out of tune. He was a character. I get one more song, right?
Yes.
Amazing. I'd like to hear that. This one, I don't ever really perform in public, so I'm trying something new. It's called Nothing Left to Lose. And when you have nothing left to lose, and when there's nothing to choose, your heart as your only companion, just be here right now. Be here right now. And I open my eyes to a wondrous world. And I open my eyes to a wondrous world. And I open my eyes to a wondrous world.
Caramel frost.
And when you have nothing left to lose, and when there's nothing to choose, your heart as your only companion, just be here right now. Be here right now. And I open my eyes to a wondrous world. And I open my eyes to a wondrous world. And I open my eyes to a wondrous
Wow. Wow. Where do I hear more?
Thank you.
Wait, he
Where do
wants
we
to
hear
know. He
more?
wants to know where to get your music.
Good question.
Well, my stage name is Nemo Sundry. So thank you, the fish. Yeah, SoundCloud and YouTube. It's kind of works, so it's a little messy, but I do have some stuff on SoundCloud and YouTube.
What's the name?
Nemo Sundry.
Spell it.
N-E-M-O, like the fish. You found me. Last name, sun and dry. Like the drought.
Okay.
Wow.
S-U-N-D-R-Y.
Nemo Sundry.
Yeah, it's pronounced sundry, and apparently it means nobody miscellaneous. I didn't know that until recently. I thought it was just random. Am I, should I take this
Wow.
out?
That's fucking awesome.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Wow.
The sounds of Nemo Sundry.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was the word I could think of when I was listening to his music was ethereal.
I was thinking more like serene, or I felt like I was being
That sounds like a threat.
transported back in time.
I was kind of losing myself. That was just like daydreaming.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah. I needed to burn some incense and just.
Oh man, I don't approach you.
No, it's. Yeah,
Woo!
I feel
That was
like
awesome.
It was,
Thank you.
heartfelt. It was very
All right,
sweet.
lost in thought. Where are we at right now? How many people?
92.
So we have some returning to the stage.
We do.
And then after that, we have a voice that hasn't been here in
In a long time.
Yes.
Very long.
It's a long.
So we're not telling you who he is yet, but who's coming up next?
Coming up next. Coming back to the stage, you heard him earlier, let's hear it for Ryan Widener.
Alright, I don't need my friend for this one. So, this week has been strange for me because I've been celebrating, in a sense, an anniversary, 6 months in a sense, and it's all to do with my life partner. And I wish he could be here right now because he's beautiful, and he's kind, and he's creative and intelligent, and he's loving and sweet and romantic. And he doesn't exist anymore, and I actually am struggling to accept the fact that I don't know if he ever did, because when I say that I'm celebrating 6 months, it's not with, it's away. Because my lover, or the person who I thought was my lover, became my abuser. And it's difficult for me to reconcile everything that happened, all the screaming, and the insults, and the violence, and the criticisms, and the threats, and I know now it's not normal to take sleeping pills to make it go away. Because that's what happened. I wanted it to stop. And I thought that if I just woke up the next day and I tried again, it would be better. Because he was just having a bad day. And sleeping pills helped me get through the night. And then I know now, he seemed to be having a lot of those days. And there was one night where, as I was used to doing it, I took the sleeping pill, and I took another. And I took another after that, and I took a few more. Because that couldn't be real. You know, the person who said that he loved me. I didn't think that that could be real, and that it was something wrong with me. So, after attempting suicide, things became a little more clear. And my friends and my family, their voices were a little easier to hear. And I thought it was just them saying, no, this isn't normal. It was the first time, but it wasn't. It was what they've been saying for a long time. And I just wasn't listening. So, after waking up to my dog whining and licking my face, I knew that something was wrong. And I knew that the only way that I would make it was to break my own heart. Because drowning is an altogether unpleasant experience. Because even without training, we are driven to save those who are thrashing around. But empathy without boundaries is self-harm. Our behaviors have evolved by virtue of selfish and altruistic genes a ballet which alternates between dancing on autopilot and conscious control. Halfway to the body, before realizing you had jumped into the pool. It's a metaphorical flip of a coin. Either you go back to safety, or you take a risk for someone else. The latter means going under. So breathe deep and be prepared. The water is heavy, the sights and sounds otherworldly. Your muscles become short-tempered. But no matter. Gills are unlikely to sprout from your neck. That poor, unfortunate soloist with no audience to laud their aquatic pirouettes. So you swim closer and tell them bravo and suggest an intermission. Because lake wasn't written in a day. But the well-rehearsed are determined, and somehow they persevere. Maybe their lungs hold more air. But no matter. Your double helices made yours just so. Remember to follow the bubbles, not the light. The air feels crisp as you enter the troposphere. And it's much easier to breathe in the environment for which you were made. If you look through the water, your life giver, you'll see the dancer still thrashing around. But privileged you with your infinite air. So no matter, back to the depths you go. Maybe this time they'll follow, because drowning is an unpleasant experience. And so the cycle repeats. Up to the surface and down to the abyss. And the world you know changes. The water becomes darker, the waves turbulent, and your muscles won't sleep. The surface of the water becomes harder to penetrate. You're coughing, sputtering, gasping for release, not knowing where you are because you realize the pool has become a sea. There's no ladder to take you to the distant shore. The air is cold, the sun has set, and your computer program updates. A message from your code tells you do what you must to survive. Because the first person to help is yourself. The salt in your tears does not burn as much as saline in your lungs. Drowning is unpleasant, but two bodies are more tragic than one. No matter the story, this curtain will close, and you belong in a different plot. But first, you have to get to the shore. You show them the way. You left life preservers to keep them afloat, so now you have to figure out, do you breaststroke away, or do you sink for naught? Because drowning is an altogether unpleasant experience. You can help and be helped, but we all must learn to survive on our own. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Ryan Widener.
Kind of on a little brighter note there, I don't know if anybody noticed his shirt. So never trust an atom. They make up everything.
I recently heard that joke on the new Ghostbusters, the one with Finn Wolfhard and McKenna Grace. They're like playing Egon's grandchildren. She told that joke. I like that joke. Has anybody seen that movie, or am I the only one?
What movie?
The new Ghostbusters with, no?
No, but there's a South Park episode about the new Ghostbusters. There is. Well, Carp was talking about it anyway.
Okay.
There's a new Ghostbusters?
Yeah, but it's kids. Yeah, okay, do you remember
I thought it was the one with the women in it.
No, this is newer.
Oh, there's a new one.
Okay,
Oh,
okay, Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things is in this movie. If anybody has watched,
Is it
so there isn't a South Park about that.
Is it a theatrical release?
Yes, I actually already bought it on Amazon.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's like Ghostbusters 3 now.
Yeah, let's just say, the guy,
4.
Egon Spengler was played by Harold Ramis. They're playing his grandkids. And when I was in high school, I had a huge, mad crush on Egon.
Yeah, I thought he was.
I love nerds.
I guess when I was younger, I thought he was cute.
I still love nerds. Okay, Lost in Thought. Who's coming up now? I swear I lost everybody. I mean, I was trying to explain it. You could see all these like.
How to Lose a Crowd in One Comment.
I'm sorry.
By Hot Tamale.
I'm sorry. Okay, Lost in Thought.
Yes, Kate Hudson.
Save my ass. Who's coming up next?
So, coming up next, returning to our stage, we have Zach Patterson.
I know, they're hot commodity though.
Content online is such a
Alright,
mess too. I
so
gotta like
here's a
I
bit
don't
of a
have
mood
one.
change
I've
for y'all.
seen
I'm
one
gonna tell you
today,
some
but
jokes.
it's not working.
those cards are practically
Brian,
installed.
powerful stuff. Not funny at all though. I gotta tell you. Did not make me laugh once.
You got a piece of paper I can borrow?
So, you guys hear about all this victim blaming that's been going on recently? It's even happened to me, you know? Like, I was in here earlier, I was like, Blaine, is it cold in here? And he's like, look at what you're wearing. You're asking to be cold. I'm like, it's summer outside. It's freezing in here. Back on the dating scene for this next joke. Gotta, sharpen up my chit-chat skills. Ask the girl, what's your sign? Does anybody here actually believe in astrology? Any true believers? Let me guess, you are a Cancer on society. That one's always right. I don't lie to women, but I will bend the truth sometimes. I told this one girl I was seeing that I don't come a huge load. The truth was hard for her to swallow.
Oh my God.
I'm out here looking for work. Anybody looking for a job right now? I'm getting desperate. I think I might join the army because I would kill for a job right now. I just need a paycheck, I even applied to be a police, same reason. But they wouldn't even give me an interview, These guys want to see 3 to 5 years of documented violent behavior before they'll even give me a look. What can I do to show these guys I'm on the level? They've got credentialed people out there. The guys they're hiring right now have at least a minor degree in I hate ethnic studies. They say dress for the job you want. I cut up a perfectly good set of white sheets and they were like, we wear blue now, dummy. You guys are like, Zach, why all the angst against the police? It's not just because they won't give me a job. I also just got out of prison. I divested of prisons in my stock portfolio.
Okay.
Look at his face. I just don't think they're going to be as profitable, now that the war on drugs is ending.
That's
I mean, look at all of us here. Congrats to us, right? Good job, guys.
I'm great.
Great.
Some people can't get into a job right now because of the drug test. It's mandatory here in Texas. And I'm not sure that the drug test is even about the drugs anymore, honestly. It's like a general competency test. You own a calendar, don't you? Can you not do drugs for 2 weeks? Or buy some fake pee. The hurdle's like here. If you can't get over this, we don't want you. We got any vegans in the crowd today? Anybody vegan, vegetarian? Yeah, good for you. Thank you. The rest of you, fucking murderers.
That's right.
Morning, noon, and night.
That's right.
But even the people eating meat, they're like, we want to know that our
meat was happy,
Yeah,
free range,
yeah,
cage-free.
yeah, exactly.
But why? Why do we want it to be happy? I mean, wouldn't it be better if the meat was sad? Like,
Exactly.
we didn't even have to butcher this one. Committed suicide. When you bite into that meat, you can taste the sweet release of death. That's all it wanted.
I can just see little chickens running.
Or better yet, you know, when the cows are on the slaughtering line, let's give them religion. They're like, don't worry, you're going to be with cow Jesus, early pasture in the sky. Well, your spirit's going there. Your body will be in a warming tray at the Golden Corral. That one's a little too real for some people. I tell that joke sometimes, it's just silence. I'm like, don't worry, it'll all be over soon.
The Rainbow Bridge.
I just got out of an abusive relationship myself with God. God was like, you have to love me and fear me. And I was like, no, I'm not into that, bro. And he was like, fine, don't love me. You can just burn in hell. I was like, whoa. Like, you've got omnipotent power and you're going to try and coerce me into a relationship? Hashtag me too, guys. It's everywhere. You guys didn't hear about this church shooting that just happened though, right? It seems like there's always another one. This gunman had an automatic weapon. He went into that place of worship and he was like, you go to heaven, you go to heaven, everybody goes to heaven! Send them all early. Fast track. What a guy. Hey, if you're not laughing right now, you're disrespecting their faith. Those people are in a better place. They would have told you so. They'll send people to your house to tell you about it. Not a secret, you guys. Oh man, Texas is crazy right now. They're trying to make abortion illegal. Or they basically have. I think we can get conservatives back on board with abortion. We just need a rebrand. All we have to do is convince them that these unwanted babies are actually illegal immigrants.
Oh, yeah.
And it won't even be hard. I mean, think about it. They're coming here with no education, they don't speak the language, and they definitely will take your child. I'm going to stand outside of Buc-ee's with a clipboard like, hey buddy, we're trying to legalize third trimester deportation. Get them out of here! That shit passed in a week. Honestly, I don't know what they think they're going to do with all these extra kids. The cages at the border are already full.
Exactly.
Oh man. Okay, I want to tell you guys the secret to great sex. No one will ever tell you this. It's a race.
Oh.
There are no reservations at the orgasm hut. It is first come, first served. Now please go home, I'm very sleepy. I debated in my head which restaurant would be in that joke. I think Orgasm Hut fits. That seems like a place you'd go to get like a $5 hot and ready orgasm, doesn't it? That's where they've got them. Alright, well this has been a dream come true for me. I cannot tell you how many times I've dreamt about standing on a stage with a bunch of strangers laughing at me. It means so much that you guys are those strangers.
Let's hear it for Zach Patterson.
That just sounds funny when you spritz the mic.